BetterHelp Online Therapy bought this 30-second ad to remind you right now, wherever you are, to unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders, take a deep breath in and out. Feels better, right? That's 15 seconds of self-care. Imagine what you could do with more. Visit betterhelp.com/randompodcast for 10% off your first month of therapy. No pressure, just help. But for now, just relax.
On today's Smart 7, Starmer Summit focuses on Ukraine, Newcastle make history after 70 years, and much more. It's Monday 17th of March, it's St. Patrick's Day, and happy birthday, Hosier.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer hosted a virtual summit of 29 international leaders on Saturday to discuss next steps to support Ukraine. Attendees included French President Macron and Ukrainian President Zelensky and focused on new commitments on peacekeeping and additional sanctions to keep pressure on Russia. Starmer says Putin is clearly dragging his feet when it comes to agreeing to the proposed 30-day ceasefire.
The world needs action. So my message is very clear. Sooner or later, Putin will have to come to the table. So this is the moment that the barbaric attacks on Ukraine once and for all stop and agree to a ceasefire now.
The summit will be followed by a meeting of military chiefs in London on Thursday with a brief to develop a plan to back a peace deal and provide for Ukraine's future security. President Macron signalled on Sunday that the plan could include several thousand French and British troops stationed at key locations in Ukraine. Donald Trump is due to speak to Putin this week, but Finnish President Alexander Stubb says it's quite clear that the Russian president doesn't want to engage.
I don't think Putin wants a ceasefire. Putin doesn't want a peace. His original aim was basically to destroy the independence, sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine. He hasn't changed his aim.
The government's plan to reform the NHS saw Prime Minister Keir Starmer announce that NHS England would be closed last week, which will see almost 10,000 administrative jobs go. The next step of their cost-saving plan involves reform of the welfare system, which is due to be announced this week, but already there are signs of rebellion in the Labour ranks. One of the areas targeted for cuts is the PIP system, which is the Personal Independence Payment intended to help those with long-term physical or mental health issues or a disability. It's expected the changes will see it become harder to claim the payment, and Health Secretary Wes Streeting says the intention is to make it easier for people to get back to work.
There's certainly a question about making sure people have got the right support to stay in work wherever possible. Going out to work is better for your mental and physical health than being stuck at home.
His claims about overdiagnosis of some mental health conditions has also sparked criticism, and Tory Shadow Education Secretary Laura Trott says she's not convinced that Labour have a clear and effective plan.
And I remember the Labour Party saying that there was no money to be saved from welfare whatsoever. There was not a welfare bill in their first King's speech. They're all over the place at the moment, divided and without a plan.
There was a devastating tragedy in North Macedonia early on Sunday morning. A fire broke out at a packed nightclub in the town of Kokani, which killed at least 59 people and injured hundreds. More than 150 victims have been treated for injuries and severe burns, some transported to the capital Skopje, while neighbouring countries including Greece and Bulgaria have been quick to offer assistance. The venue, a former carpet warehouse, had over 1,500 people in it attending a concert by local hip-hop group DNK when it appears a pyrotechnic sparked a fire in the roof. Local police have made a number of arrests. The Prime Minister Hristijan Mikoski said the loss of so many lives was irreparable, but this local man, Dragi Stojanov, a father of one of the victims, isn't satisfied with the authorities' response.
It's my only child, and he died. What am I supposed to do? Local officials should be hurt in the same way that I'm hurt.
A CNN survey this weekend showed that Elon Musk is both better known and less popular than Vice President J.D. Vance. Musk's Department of Governmental Efficiency has run into a series of obstacles in his self-declared march to cut waste and fraud across the government, both from courts overturning his decisions and from basic accounting errors which have consistently overstated the savings his department claimed to make. Saturday saw Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer vote with Republicans to keep the US government operating and avoid a federal shutdown, to the horror of many Democrats. House Speaker Mike Johnson, who has bought himself some time, wasn't in a mood to criticize Elon, though.
We wanted to pass a resolution that would effectively freeze spending so that the administration can continue its incredible work through DOGE and through the other efforts of the administration, but we haven't been able to get to it because we didn't have the algorithms that Elon has.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, an historic win for Newcastle, and Lindsay Lohan gets freakier right after this.
BetterHelp Online Therapy bought this 30-second ad to remind you right now, wherever you are, to unclench your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath in and out. Feels better, right? That's 15 seconds of self-care. Imagine what you could do with more. Visit BetterHelp.com/randompodcast for 10% off your first month of therapy. No pressure, just help. But for now, just relax.
Welcome back. It was a busy sporting weekend with Formula One back in Australia and Lando Norris securing the first point of the season with a rainy win, while Max Verstappen was second and Lewis Hamilton came 10th in his new Ferrari. Sunday saw the Carabao Cup final as Liverpool faced Newcastle for the first major silverware of the season. It had been 70 years since Newcastle won a major trophy, and they were absolutely determined not to let this chance slip away after losing the final in 2023. Despite a late consolation goal for Liverpool, Eddie Howe's men won 2-1 and picked up their first trophy since 1955.
It feels amazing, absolutely, one of the best days, I'm sure, of all of our careers to win here in front of the supporters, the number, and also the people at home. It means so much to the city of Newcastle.
Grey's Anatomy star Ellen Pompeo has been busy promoting her new series based on real-life events called Good American Family. It's a dramatic tale about a family who adopt a Ukrainian girl they believe suffers from dwarfism, but all is not what it seems. It is due to hit Disney Plus in May. The story is told across 6 episodes from different perspectives as tension mounts, and Ellen says it's a good lesson in not taking things for granted.
I think just, how perspectives shift. And how we can see things one way and then change our mind and see it a different way. It depends on who's doing the storytelling.
It's been 22 years since Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis body swapped in Freaky Friday and created a cult classic. Now they're back, along with almost all of the original cast, including Chad Michael Murray for Freakier Friday, a sequel that sees double the amount of body swaps. With 4 different storylines, you'll need to bring a notebook to remember who is really who, but it's got a cracking soundtrack, and Lindsay's band from the first movie, Pink Slip, are back together. It hits cinemas in August.
Oh no, not again. What's happening?
It's all right.
Who's in my body?
It's okay, it's me, Harp, it's Mom.
Wait, what? If you're me and I'm you, then who is that?
I'm Grandma, sweetheart.
My face looks like a Birkin bag that's been left out in the sun to rot.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
To make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Because you have nothing to lose. Boost Mobile is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
No, I asked why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh.
Wouldn't.
Because you love wasting money as a way to punish yourself because your mother never showed you enough love as a child?
Whoa. Easy there.
Yeah.
Applies to online activations. Requires port in and auto pay. Customers activating in stores may be charged non-refundable activation fees.